Hey everybody, it's Kansas Drone Gunner. Hey, if you want to see how I do my low development and testing, then stay tuned for Chapter 4 of the 308 Winchester project. Boom. Hey everybody, it is Saturday, beautiful Saturday here in Bonner Springs, Kansas. And I'm out here doing the testing of the loads that I made last night for this 308 and looking to see how they perform. So I've got the Magneto speed back on the muzzle. I'm going to do some testing, check our standard deviations and extreme spreads, and also our group size, and see maybe between these three loads, if we haven't narrowed it down to something that's going to work really good that we can go ahead and move forward with. And if so, we're in great shape. So wow, you guys, that was, so I had one shot in the cold bore that was outside. Other than that, it was all four in the same hole. It's pretty freaking good. All right, so first two strings we're at oh crap, what were they, 44.3, and turned out pretty good. The first five, I got one. The first cold bore shot was a little bit high, which is fine, but the next four were in the same hole. And then the next five, the first one ironically was a little bit high. I'd kind of let the barrel cool for a while, so I don't know, maybe that's the cold barrel effect. We'll see what happens the rest of the way. But ironically, the other three were at least all connected holes, except there's one that I definitely pulled. That was a crap shot on my part. I'm getting into the shot. So I guess I shouldn't be as concerned about the groups. Unless, in this case, I know it was a pretty poor execution of shots. So I won't blame the load or the gun on that one. By the way, you think there's a few matches going on out here today? Jeez. Check that out. What do you think that noise is? All right, so we're 20 shots down the tube, and got two more strings, so we're pumped up to 44.7 grains now. 44.5 was pretty darn good, kind of like I expected it might be. So we'll see how 44.7 turns out, and then I think we're going to have her narrowed down.
All right, so we're back at the shop, and let's do a little analysis of the data that we collected out there. Um, so first off, this is a form. I use a couple different ones, but this is one that I use. And you'll see down in the data set, there's load 1, load 2, load 3, load 4, load 5, load 6. So those are the series. So I shot a total of 30 bullets while I was there, starting at 44.3 grain charge weight. And again, I'm using the 40 or IMR 4064. And so the first two sets are with 44.3 charge. And I'm running about, roughly, I guess, between 26, you'll see the mean in there, 2666 for both of them. So pretty consistent, although there's a couple of anomalies. You'll see, the 2686. Not sure what happened there. I think that probably affected my extreme spread. You'll see down below. But basically, all I'm doing is taking the chronograph data and offloading that into this sheet, and then all the calculations are built in. So then we want to go down to the next step, which is the variances, the mean and median, basically to try to see where, based on all those shots, all the gray dots indicate a shot, and you'll see where how the spread is between the 5 shots on each series. 44.5 still, again, seems to be a pretty good charge weight. So the only thing is 44.3, the very first series was my best group, and with the exception of the very first shot out of the gun that day. So I'm not sure what to read into that. The spread is not terrific. So moving on down here to the next sheet or next graph, you'll see this one's a little bit confusing maybe, but I'm really more concerned about the SDs on this one. So the standard deviation between the various shots. So once again, 44.5, 44 point, the first 44.7 is really good. I'd like those to even be tighter. That's kind of a combination of the charge, as far as the actual cartridge configuration with all the different components, and then I guess the one kind of true unknown is me as a reloader. Now I will say this: all this brass is brand new. Is it worthwhile going out now that I fire formed it to see if that makes a difference at any of these? I guess it could be. I mean, how great does it need to be at this point? The group's on paper. As long as I do my part, I'm sub MOA, which in essence is, can I get a 5-shot group inside of an inch circle? So that's what 1 MOA would be, roughly. Okay, I mean, well, pretty close. So that's ultimately, in order to reach the goal that I'm trying to reach, that's what I need to be at. It'd be, I'm going to get some that are a little bit better. Heck, I had that one that was 0.2. So I'm going to have some of those occasionally. So if it averages out to a really good one being a half MOA, and really bad one being a 1.5 MOA, which usually that's me, then chances are I'm going to be able to hit the targets that I'm trying to go at. So anyway, this is where we're at today. Now I've got to decide what I'm going to do next. I'm tempted to, just for fun, load up 44.4 and 44.6 to see where that is, because man, it just seems like we're right there, and I don't know, does a 1/10 of a grain make that much of a difference? I'd love to find something that I guess brings both the group size and brings down my extreme spread and SDs together, and I've got one very definitive load. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do next. And if I can get that nailed down, then the next step is to go out to the other range and start seeing if we can't plink something further than 100 yards, which, you know, obviously we've done that with factory. I mean, the gun's capable to do that now. It's just a question of can it go 1,000. So anyway, we'll get into all of that as we move forward. So thanks for joining me, and I look forward to chapter 5.